Yo, 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 shout out to NFX and their single Go, the official theme song for the Dan Levely Show for 2025. Available on all platforms. Go download today.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Better see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay.
Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to the Dan Levely Show. Thank you for clicking that play button. And we got a very special guest today. We have AB Dvinci coming in from 1836 Entertainment. Just dropped his new EP. It is called A Third Coast Story. And so he's gonna come in and talk about that, and we're gonna drop some singles for you. So without further ado, let's bring him in. AB Dvinci.
Yo, what's good, my man?
What's up? What's up? We get the crowd in it. Get the crowd in a little bit. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I just want to start off by apologizing for being late. I want to apologize to the audience. We were supposed to kick this off at 9, but I'm doing great, man.
All right, it's all good. You know, it happens. I was just sitting here. I was just like, AB's not one to stand me up. I'm like, I'm just gonna hit him a call real quick. So, just had to hit him up on FaceTime real quick.
Dude, I guess a little backstory, man. What my day was like, I woke up this morning at 9. I took a real estate exam course. I'm going for my real estate license. You know, I'm a man of many hustles. And then I worked a full day at my corporate job. And then I got off, and you know, my brain was fried. But I've been looking forward to this all day. And when you called me, I was thinking, man, I got to get up, get my podcast station ready, and get on the ball, because I've been looking forward to this all week. But it's just been a jam-packed day, and my dumbass totally forgot. You're Eastern, I'm Central. I'm not as local as I used to be. You know what I mean? I got fans and people across the country now, so I got to pay attention to those things.
That's right. Those time zones are tricky sometimes, though, because I be having people out in California, and I slip up on it too. I'm just like, oh yeah, it's 9:00 here, but it's only 6:00 there, so they're just like having dinner and stuff like that. They're like, can we switch it to like 2:00 or something? And I was like, well, 2:00 there is 5:00 here. Oh yeah, let's do that. So but it's tricky sometimes. But I do appreciate you coming on real quick. And before we get started, actually, go ahead and take a couple seconds to introduce yourself to the audience out there.
My name's AB Dvinci. I'm a recording artist out of 1836, independent label based out of San Marcos. I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas, holding it down all across Texas the past few years, touring artist, been all up and down I-35, I-37. Currently residing in Austin, Texas, taking advantage of the music scene and all the opportunities up here. But yeah, man, I'm from Third Coast, hence the name of the EP, off the Gulf of Mexico. You know what it is. Yeah, AB Dvinci, man, MC extraordinaire.
Is it still the Gulf of Mexico?
It's forever the Gulf of Mexico.
I'm just saying, someone might have changed something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the word. It's Nah, they know what it is.
Exactly. But yeah, I see that you were not too long ago. You're on the Afro Man tour again.
Yeah, second year in a row. This
Yeah.
one was better, I'd say. We did more cities. Um, I was more polished as an artist. The crowd was more engaged. We moved some merch. We went like in partnership with Pure Hemp Dispensary. So we got some cool edible snacks with like our logos on them and our singles, where the QR codes on them. We sold a lot, you know what I mean? So we walked away with some cash, which is always good when you're on the road. But yeah, most of all, the crowd was super engaging. Those were like some of the best performances I've done out of my career. So yeah, it was a super great time. It's always a good time on the Afro Man tour. Last year was dope as well, but this year was on another level. Met some really good people too that I stay connected with now, and they put me on other shows like my man Jay Reckless. So yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I think like the first one got cut short because like Afro Man was like sick or something.
Yeah, exactly. Good memory. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened. I almost forgot about that. Like, why did it get cut short? Health complications. That's right. He was up in the hospital, but hey, man, he looked like he was in his prime again this time around. He was doing all the hits.
Right.
He's really good with the crowd. So, yeah, no complications like that. Matter of fact, I couldn't go because of work, but he took it all the way to California, to Las Vegas, and some of the homies I clicked up with on tour. He brought them along, so they took it all the way out to the West Coast with them. So it was like a full tour.
Oh wow. So like
Yeah,
the full on dates then. Wow.
yeah, oh yeah.
Now where did you like cut off? Where did you cut short on the dates? Just like did you just stick around just Texas or did you go nationwide too?
Now I want to say unfortunately because it was dope, but yeah, I stuck around Texas. I went as far as Waco. I went up to Waco,
Okay.
Texas.
Okay.
So I did San Antonio, San Marcos, Austin, Waco, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
for a little 4 city tour, but it was cool. We got a lot done. Got a lot of new followers and fans off of it, and Texas is my stomping ground, so it was cool.
Right, yeah, exactly. And even if it is just like a 4 stops or anything, like 1 or 2 stops, really, you're still sharing a stage with like a legend. So
Yeah,
it's amazing. That's just amazing to even see.
yeah, he's super cool, super humble dude. Um,
Did you guys smoke? Do you smoke with him?
yeah, yeah,
To say, even if you don't smoke, I think you had that's like one of the rare occasions where you're like, okay, I gotta try
yeah,
it.
for sure. It's a must. I didn't get any pictures with them. It's not really my style. I'm not really like a fanboy where like I'm like, yo, can you get a picture of me and then hand someone the phone? Like it just seems awkward. Like I just like kicking it with someone like I would just back on the block and just chopping it up. And he was so bombarded with fans. Like we say legend, and we throw that word around loosely sometimes, but dude, he really is. He has fans like that are young that I was like, were you even alive when those singles came out? To people older than me who were definitely like in high school. Cause I think I don't want to give away my age, but like I was in school when it came out. So I remember him, but it's just crazy the range of fans from young to older than me, way younger than me, way older than me, and the line was long. Like every stop he had autograph and picture lines like wrapped around the block, let's say, wrapped around the venue. And so I didn't want to be another person, not in his way, but I didn't want to hold that up. You know what I mean? Like you got enough pictures to take and babies to kiss. Like I just gave him the pound. You know what I mean? We passed the love around, and the vibes were dope. Always dope with that dude.
Right, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I remember. I think I was like, I think in middle school when that came out. Like I am old.
Yeah, me too, dude. I was in middle school. When a Colt 45 and 2 zigzags, that was my
Yep.
shit. And I wasn't even smoking back then, but that was
Nope.
my jam. Like,
No, I didn't even start smoking until I was like almost 20, like in my late teens. Like when I was already out of high school when I started smoking.
yeah,
But, yeah.
yeah. To be transparent, same here. I didn't really need it till I had like adult problems. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like,
exactly.
and
Like I didn't know what stress was until I grew up.
exactly. So like, I wasn't trying to run or hide from anything. I didn't need a break from anything. Like, until rent, till
Right.
rent and bills and relationship problems and shit like that. But no,
Right.
I did it just because it was as an artist, I guess it's an artistic thing. You're like,
Uh-huh.
maybe I can open up some new creative forces and stuff like that. And then it was something to relax because I live a busy lifestyle, man. I'm far from like a lethargic smoker. Like
Right.
I'm a martial artist. You know what I mean? I'm a hustler, like in many avenues. I'm a performing artist, obviously.
Uh-huh.
So and I'm ADHD, dude. Like I'm super ADHD. So
Mm-hmm.
with me, it just kind of just puts me at a normal level of
Right.
just balances me out instead of me just being off the wall and just feel like I need to just shadow box and like go right or something. Like it just like allows me to watch a movie for an hour and a half.
Uh-huh.
Uh, but crazy thing is though, man, like I caught the flu like last month. I was sick for like it was the longest I've ever been sick in my life, like 2.5, 3 weeks. And I think I got like detoxed of everything that was in me. And I haven't had my two vices in over a month now, which is
Uh-huh.
coffee and smoking. Like I switched to like what's it called? Mushroom coffee. I
Okay.
haven't had the which is pretty cool. And
Uh-huh.
I haven't rolled up in like over a month. And it hasn't been like I'm gonna do this. The last time I tried to quit, it was hell, man. The what are they called?
Withdrawals.
Withdrawal. Yeah, that's such a fiend ass word, but like the withdrawals were too real. This time, like I haven't even had the urge. And I think the flu has something to do with it. Like everything just got sweated out of me,
Yeah.
and I don't know, dude. I just been chilling, just like without it, and like not in a holier than thou type of way. Like it's
Uh-huh.
like it's always be something. I'm pretty sure I could pick back up again, but yeah, just to be transparent, I just been like sober, just completely on a different mind frame right now.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. Pretty
Uh-huh.
interesting. Dreams are crazy right now, but it's pretty cool.
It's nice. Like it's been a while since I like actually had dreams. I actually had dreams, but now that I'm like a cultivation technician and that's what I do for a living is I'm around plants all the damn time. The last thing I want to do is come home and smoke. Honestly, so yeah, like I pretty much use it to go to bed, and that's pretty much it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I think that's cool
yeah,
too. So does my pops. Like that's
yep,
that's how he rolls, like to go to bed.
yep. I pop like 4 or 5 edibles, which are which is probably like 100 to 150 milligrams. Puts me right out, dude. I'm out for the night.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those edibles, no joke.
Yep. You get crazy dreams off those edibles, though. I mean, it's like be careful, people. Be careful, be careful. But
Yeah,
yeah,
not for the kids.
yeah, exactly. Not for the kids. But yeah, so you said you were like in martial arts too. I took Taekwondo when I was a kid for like 6 or 7 years, and then
Yeah,
I'm like nowadays I'll go to the gym and I'll spar a little bit with like some of like the amateur boxers,
badass.
and yeah, and so like are you like into like jujitsu or anything like that, or Taekwondo or just
Yeah,
karate or
no, it's Taekwondo. That's what my
okay.
black belt is. Taekwondo. That's what I started when I was six years old. When we moved from Robstown to Corpus, you know what I mean. It was a rough welcoming, so my
Uh-huh.
mom's had to put me in something to learn how to defend myself, and I've just been rolling with it ever since. Jiu-jitsu is like the only thing, or Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Did a little bit of Japanese jiu-jitsu, but
Uh-huh.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu is like one of the only arts I haven't studied.
Yeah.
But Taekwondo, and I opened up a Taekwondo school back in Corpus for a while, and I was teaching. I had a good clientele list, and I was making some real money off of it. And because my old sensei rented, or my old Kwanjanim, sensei's a karate word. My old Kwanjanim, Sabanim, he rented out a building for me at a super player price to where the overhead was super low, so the profit margin was high. And
Uh-huh.
I guess just based off being from Corpus and just me being well known around the city, not to sound any type of way, just me being pretty well known around my city for music and other things. It was easy to build a clientele list, and I had had about 30 kids, had about 20 adults, and I was charging a really good price because I was doing it like in the hood, you know what I mean? So
Uh-huh.
I wasn't trying to beat them over the head with the price, so I was undercutting a lot of competition, and it was growing. And then I got an offer to come be like a part owner slash manager of Pflugerville Martial Arts up here in North Austin. So that's how we moved up here. I took the opportunity to move up here because my girl, my wife, she really wanted to change her surroundings and get out of Corpus, and I was with it too. So we came up here, and I was running a school up here teaching Okinawan karate, which I kind of like. I had to be taught Okinawan karate on the fly, like just from the lingo to the, the words to the new katas. A punch is a punch, a front kick's a front kick. So none of that was really too hard to cross over, but it was more like terminology, katas for sure. Like the Taekwondo forms versus Okinawa katas, super different. So yeah, that's what got us up here. And then that didn't work out in the business sense. And I moved back to corporate America. And I work for, like probably the most famous tech company in the world. We all know it and probably own some of their products. So that's my 9 to 5. And yeah, man, and I'm a recording artist as well. But yeah, but martial arts, Taekwondo, boxing, did some Muay Thai when I was younger, some Gung Fu. Yeah, like some Ip Man Gung Fu with the G. And then I did some Japanese jiu-jitsu at Family Martial Arts back in Corpus. Great dojo. But I'm a Taekwondo, like that's my base, that's my root, and that's what I still practice.
Right. Yeah. Like I was in like Taekwondo for a couple of years when I was younger. And then I really didn't take it seriously at the time, but it was like probably like my late teens when I was getting out of high school. I was just like, let's get into something. So I took jiu-jitsu for like a year. And I was just like, okay, let's get back into Taekwondo and see how I can do at that. So I took Taekwondo, ended up taking Taekwondo for like 2 or 3 years. And then I was just like, okay, let's go to boxing. So then I was just like, let's just jump around and, learn a bunch of stuff. So, yep. And every once in a while, like I'll hit like pads and stuff with one of some of the amateur boxers out here in Bay City. And it's, it's surreal. They're just like, hey, you want to do pads with me? I'm just like, sure. And it's like, damn, you guys hit hard. But
right. It's always like a humbling experience. It's like it's like a self-check. You're like, yeah. I used to do some sparring with some pros, like from when they were amateurs, and then when they turned pro, they would always call me in especially if they were training for a southpaw, because I'm a southpaw, and so I was always called in to spar from amateurs to pros, and it wasn't always fun, man. Like I got worked a lot, but it teaches you a lot about yourself, and it really humbles you, and it lets you know where you're at, and but yeah, I miss it. I miss sparring with those guys. Shout out to my coach, Abel Dax Rodriguez back home, and everyone back home at his stable. Yeah.
It's fun. It's like it's humbling. You learn discipline, and it's real fun. It's really good for kids too.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny that when you're like I don't know, I was like late 20s. When you're like almost 30 years old and you're taking the same classes as like a 14-year-old and stuff like that too. That's also humbling.
Yeah, for sure. I got my kids. I got both my daughters in Taekwondo right now, and I'm like, man, I want to get back on the mat. Right now, I'm like the soccer dad or the Taekwondo dad. You know what I mean? On the sidelines, like shouting things. But like, man, I want to get back on there and be a student. Like teaching's cool, but it takes a lot, and it's pretty demanding of your personality. Like your personality has to be like the same every day. And mine is not like when I'm upset, like it's very visible. Like when I'm down about something, like it's very visible. And so I'm an emotional roller coaster. You know what I mean? I'm an artist. But those guys, like, and they're learning ITF Taekwondo, and they're taught by like some Koreans. You know what I mean? Like some real deal old school Taekwondo style Koreans. And those guys are just always on fire. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how they're like that every day. Like because I'm up and down. So I want to be a student again. You know what I mean? Even I got to be a white belt. I don't care about belts. Like, but my old Sabanim, Master Neely, he wants me to go back down and train to get, because I have a black belt, but I need to get my gold stripe, if you will, if you know all about that. I need to get my degree. So he wants me to go back down there and retrain and like renew my certifications, if you will. And I was like, dude, I gotta dust some rust off before I go down there and do that. But definitely did I say retrain or retest? I need a retest. I said retest, but yeah, I need a retest. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, yep. Yeah, I thought about getting into like instructing. I was like, but it's been so long now. I'm like, I could probably do it to defend myself, but that's probably about it.
Yeah, teaching's another ball game,
Yeah, especially when it's like kids and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
you got to have a certain tolerance, which I do not have. But anyways, so the new EP came out yesterday, correct?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's get
Yeah,
into some music, man.
yeah, for sure.
The new EP, 6 records, a Third Coast story. It's short and sweet, but it packs a punch, man. I think it's some of the best work I've ever done. I'm proud of every single record on there. I
Yeah,
think they all hit. I didn't waste a single verse. I put a lot of thought into um, which songs were gonna go onto it. For the first time, I left some on the cutting room floor. Like usually, if I record something, I think I might have explained my creative method last time I was on the podcast, and it was if I
uh-huh.
create it, if
Uh-huh.
I record it, it's going on something. Like I don't leave anything on the cutting room floor. I took a different approach, and I really edited down to the ones I'm like, which ones do I like truly like? Which ones would I listen to as a fan? Like not just because I made it and I
Uh-huh.
need to bulk up or beef up the project. Like which ones do I see myself riding around, being proud to roll the window down and like cruise around the parking lot somewhere banging? You know what I mean? And I
Right.
picked them, and I love every single record on there. And I usually don't pat myself on the back that hard about my own music, but I love every record on that EP.
Uh-huh. Yeah, like every single track on there is like it has something special to it, and it's pretty amazing.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yep. Yep. That famous album or that famous track with Gabe Parker.
Hmm.
Was that? Were you guys kind of like going from like a country rap kind of vibe going? Because that's kind of what I got off of it.
You mean No Holding Back with Gay Parker?
Oh no, it might have been No Holding Back. Yeah,
The last one, track number 6?
yeah, that last one.
Yeah,
Because you had two of
yeah.
them with him. Yep, you had two
Yeah,
of them with him.
famous guys like that. That pop crossover, like radio, definitely like just radio vibes all the way. Kind of like, a old like a not old, but like a Baby Bash type of record where you got like that Spanish, like that guitar
Uh
and
huh.
that bounce, and so famous was a dope ass record to make though. Gay Parker sent me that one, and it was like I couldn't miss, man. Like he I've known Gay Parker for years, like since I was a kid, since before I was even like worthy of working with the GOAT, man. Like he's one of the dopest artists I've ever known in my life.
Uh huh.
So it's been a long time coming. Like we it was crazy that we didn't have a record together yet. And my brother Emac, my rap sensei, I call him, he's like one of Gay Parker's best friends. They've been making music since they were in high school together. They have countless records, projects together that Gay Parker produced and he made. So he was like, "Man, when you and AB gonna do something?" And he was like, "I got something for him actually. Like not in my hard drive that I'm trying to sell. Like I made a record for AB, like from the tempo to
Uh
like the vibe of it, to the subject matter, and it's called Famous. And I think he's smooth enough to pull it off. So he shot it to me with the hook already in place and everything. I was like, oh yeah, like for sure. I wrote the 2 verses like that night. I was so fired up that he even thought about me in that regard. And so I wrote Famous. We recorded it at the 1836 studio. We just did a video shoot, or we shot some content at
huh.
a studio that does videos. And the squad there wanted to see what 1836 was about. So they came back to the studio. So I had like an audience, or we had an audience there, and they're like, "Is anyone going to record anything? We'd love to see how you get down." And I was like, I got the song Famous that I would like to lay down. And AG, my label owner, he was like, yo, upload it. You know what I mean? Let's rock. And so he uploaded it. And as long as it takes for you to listen to Famous, that's how long it took for me to record it. Like I just spit both verses back to back, and it was a rap. And everybody was like, damn, that's the one. Like that shit belongs on the radio like right now. Like it was a unanimous decision. It was like a room full of people in the control room.
Uh huh.
And I was like, dude, I agree. So that one we already know was in the bag. Like we released that as a single. That was definitely going to be the lead single off of whatever we were going to do before I even thought of a Third Coast story. But we knew that was going to be on it. And No Holding Back, the one you said had the country vibe.
Uh
Yeah,
huh.
that was most definitely intentional. I'm from South Texas. My mom, my dad, my grandpa, everybody, bumped country, their own
Uh
artists, like from classic country, like Marty Robbins, Patsy Cline, all the way to like all the '90s hits, that we grew up listening to. If you were into that genre, the George Straits, the Alan Jacksons,
Oh yeah.
and now like I'm a country fan of more contemporary artists, like real deal contemporary artists. Not so much like in like the pop country lane, but I don't know if you've ever heard of Sturgill Simpson.
No, I have not.
No, man, you got to listen to Sturgill Simpson. He's like my favorite artist right now. So I was jamming a lot of Sturgill Simpson, some Zach Top, some Cody Jinks
Okay.
from Dallas, Texas, and I was just getting more connected with my roots and just kind of trying to channel into something that my late mother, rest in peace, would kind of, I guess, approve of. I don't use the word approve for anybody, but but mom, what I mean? You're always searching for mom's approval, something that she would like, something
Right.
that my mom's always been a fan of my music since I started, but I wanted to make something for her, and she was a big country western fan, and she liked the real deal country too. She'd always say like, I don't really like that pop stuff, whatever was pop at the time, and like kind of just like I don't know. She liked the more pure. She's like the way I am with hip hop. She's a purist, So AG wrote the guitar licks, the guitar licks that you hear, they kick off the record, and it was just a guitar lick. And I wrote the chorus. I wrote the whole chorus, the no holding back chorus. And so it started with the hook, and I was feeling really ambitious, and I wanted to sing it. Like I was like, man, I bet you I can rap it and sing it. So I was working like on my country twang, if you will, and trying to hit some notes. I recorded a few versions of it, of just the skeleton with the guitar licks. And I sent it to Gabe Parker and I sent it to AG, and they gave me their honest feedback. They love the lyrics. They loved everything about it. Gabe loved it so much that he was like, dude, this is fire. He was like, I would love to sing it. Like I would love to be part of this record and sing the chorus and produce a beat around, what you got here around the skeleton that you and AG already have. And if you like that version better, then you keep that version. I'm like, bro, of course I'm gonna like that version better. Like you're Gabe Parker, like am I singing or Gabe Parker singing? Like, oh, tough choice,
Right.
So I was like, dude, fuck yeah. Like if you want to do it, like do it. And then he sent it back to me. He produced the whole beat around the guitar licks that we had, and he sung the chorus, added a little bridge. And I was like, damn, he did it again. Like, dude. And so all I had to do was just deliver the verses, and it's kind of, it's like a love letter back to my mother up in heaven. You know what I mean? So I'm talking to her on it. I'm talking, it's very introspective, and I'm also talking to her, and it's just about giving it your all, like, and what drives you to keep remembering your why you're doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And that you're never too old to keep pursuing your dreams. That if you got more in the tank, then keep your foot on the gas. You know what I mean? And my mom's a big inspiration for me to keep going, as far as my little ones, my daughters, and my family in general. And just that I still got something to prove. You know what I mean? I've been talking cash shit like my whole career, that I'm gonna be somebody, that I'm gonna do something. So I got no choice but to do it. Like otherwise, I'm just gonna fall on that long list of people who said something and didn't do it, or at least try their hardest to do it. So that's what that record's about, and I think that one is probably my favorite one off of the EP. That's the one that means the most. I never really did like a Dear Mama record
Right.
type of, but that's probably the closest to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like every single track on there, like I didn't pick that song to play. I would kind of wish I did now, because I've been knowing the meaning behind it, but
It's all good.
maybe
It's all good.
next time we'll get it.
It
Next
gives
time
them reason to go check it out. You're not going to hear it here. You got to go. You got to go to your streaming platform and hear it. We're not going to give you an easy way out. You got to go support and go. You want to hear No Holding Back? Go to Spotify, go to Apple Music, and stream it. You won't regret the trip.
That's right. Then all the links are in the description below. So there you go.
Oh, nice.
See, there you go. I already put them on there for you.
My guy.
But yeah, let's get into a video real quick. Let's get into the famous song. Why not?
Let's do it. Are you doing
Let's
the
do
audio, or are you doing like the little reels I made?
Oh, it's just gonna be the video. Like for some reason, like when I try to upload it, like it hit copyright, so Canva wouldn't let me upload it, so I had to re-upload it through another editing service, and then put it on Canva to put it on an MP4. So it took a lot of work, but it happened.
Gotcha. Whatever you got, let's roll.
I made it work, so we got it. So
Okay.
yeah, Everyone, turn your volumes up. It's time. Famous with AB Dvinci and Gay Parker. Enjoy.
GP, we can buy you a Benz, or I can buy you a Bentley. He can pop champagne with you. I'll get you popping if you let me. He can tell you that he loves you. I'd rather take you on a jet seat. He can give you everything you ever wanted. But I can make you famous, famous. Baby, 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 I can make you famous.
Can't stop right now, man, I'm too hot. Yeah, I'm known to get around like I'm Tupac. Top 2 and 9, ain't the number 2 spot. Gold digger, yeah, I can tell that you're not. More reason why I wanna cop a new drop. Give you the keys, put your fam on a new block. Them other dudes tell you everything you wanna hear, but pop up with me and jumpstart your career. Radio interview going viral in a minute. Have the whole city waiting on your world premiere. I ain't clean cut in the shit sucker suit. Only thing dirtier than my guns to loot. And he could probably put you in a new Bentley coupe, but I could change your whole life with a photo shoot, you dig? Yeah, 1836, let's go.
He can buy you a Benz, or I can buy you a Bentley. He can pop champagne with you. I'll get you popping if you let me. He can tell you that he loves you. I'd rather take you on a jet seat. He can give you everything you ever wanted. But I can make you famous, famous. Baby, 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 I can make you famous.
Baby, I can make you famous like I'm Billy the Kid. I get paid to be a star, this ain't no regular gig. You know I'm blowing on the loud, this ain't no regular mid. I'm the king of my city like Notorious Big. More money, more problems, that's the way that it goes. Watch me handle this business like I'm one of the pros. Just hold it down and wait for me after all of my shows. I'll introduce you to everybody that you need to know. If they see what I see, then they love me for sure. He trying to buy you some ice, I'm trying to give you the codes. So you got everything that it takes to make it. It's all up to you, how far you wanna take it. Between us, your boy, they're kinda basic. He can make you his, but I can make you famous.
Yeah, that's facts. Let's go.
He can buy you a Benz, or I can buy you a Bentley. He can pop champagne with you. I'll get you popping if you let me. He can tell you that he loves you. I'd rather take you on a jet seat. He can give you everything you ever wanted. But I can make you famous, famous. Baby, 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 I can make you famous.
That's right. That was kind of a weak horn.
That's all right. That was good. That's good. That was a jam right there.
Yeah, that's nice, dude. That's like polished and ready for radio play as of right now. Like, is it on the radio as down there in Texas right now or no?
It's on a few. Like my boy Jay Reckless spins it on his radio show all the time.
Okay.
Insanely Gifted Radio, based out of Austin, spins it. And I'm trying to get it on some AM and FM stations, man. I used to have some support down there in Corpus, at Hot Z95, like the biggest hip hop radio station in Corpus, and Wild 105.5. But since I guess I've been up here in Austin, you know, I guess I've lost touch with a couple of those DJs and program directors, and I got to reach out to them and try to get it on the FM stations. I got the plugs for it, but we just haven't made it happen, but we will. It'll be on radio stations soon enough. The label signed or partnered up with a marketing promotional company that does all of Afroman's promotions and marketing, and Duro, the legendary Duro out of Dallas, Texas. And so they're pitching it to curators, they're pitching it to multiple platforms. They're getting my Vivo station in order. So, they're trying to spread it through all the major avenues that's yet to be touched with that record. So it definitely will be. We're working on it, and I got to do my part as well and send it to who I need to send it to. Yeah,
Right.
it's ready. Like you said, that's what everyone says, man. That one's ready for radio since they heard me record it. They're like, man, that's the one. Ain't no reason why it shouldn't be on the radio.
Right. Exactly. Like it's perfect for it. Honestly, like that's what you're gonna listen to when you're driving down the road going to work, and that pops on the radio. You're just like, okay, puts you in a good mood.
Yeah, hell yeah. I performed it so many times already since we've recorded it. I performed it in Beeville, Texas when I opened up for Paul Wall. I performed it here in Austin just last Saturday at the ATX block party when we opened up for Wacotron. And every time, man, I did at the Iron Horse. Shout out to Jay Reckless. He put me on the Iron Horse show out there in Houston. So I've been like on my own little tour, unofficial tour, these past few months. And every time I do Famous, man, the girls are dancing, the guys are vibing. Like the guys ain't even afraid to to start moving and grooving to it. It's just you have to when you hear that beat, when you hear that hook, and then the way I just come and slide on those verses, like you got to dance to it. And I grew up dancing. I grew up b-boying, and when I was hitting the club scene, like I hit the club scene to dance. You know what I mean? Like I went there to get fucked up. I was there to dance. Like that was the whole point. So I love a good dance record that makes you want to move, man. And that's the one. It's fun. That's what hip hop's supposed to be. I mean, it's fun. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like you seem to have a lot of fun in your music, though. Like you seem to like always be upbeat. Like you have always upbeat tempo music, and it's always either vibe. You can cruise down the road and vibe to it, or it's like something that really catches you right in your feelings, and everything is gold, pretty much.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, that's the goal. I like to say my music is like a verb. You know what I mean? Like it's supposed to make you want to do some kind of verb, like work out, hustle, drive at least. You know what I mean? Sometimes kick back and twist something up, but usually like something more action oriented. Like I want to bring out an action out of you. I don't want to get you depressed, or I don't want to take you to a dark place. I'll speak on hard times and represent for the struggle, but it's supposed to give you that fuel to persevere through it, not bring you back in low vibrations. Because I believe there's a war, man, between low frequencies and high frequencies. I believe there's enough forces out there, seen and unseen, that are trying to keep you in a low frequency and the low vibration, because that's where they want you. You know what I mean? They want that third eye to close, where you can't see beyond the matrix and the fog that they put in front of you, and they want you in that funk, so you're not empowered. But I want to fuel you to think, you know what I mean, to move, to feel strong enough to do something about your situation. And my music is a weapon. It's a tool. You know what I mean? It's fuel for your life. Like it's supposed to put you in a positive space, and not a negative space. I think there's enough of that.
Right. Yeah, there's definitely enough of that. Yeah, and you can feel that when, especially like when you're like speaking upon your past and stuff like that. And like it's still, I don't want to say a down time, but you make it like it's something that you grow from. Like use this as a positive, not a negative. Don't dwell on the past. Just build from it, from the future, and that's pretty much how you spin. Pretty much, I don't want to say your negativity, but that's pretty much how you spin it into.
No, right on. Yeah, right on point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely into those like high frequencies now. Now that I'm older and stuff like that, and I kind of like you kind of look around and you kind of just observe more. Like when you're a kid, you're just kind of running around and you're just not really thinking, you're just doing. Mm-hmm. But when you're older, you kind of just like observe more, and you know all these frequencies and stuff like that. That like negativity is the biggest cancer in anything, really. Yeah. Like one negative person can bring down an entire room. One negative person.
Exactly. And I think there's like I don't know, some kind of agenda to keep that going. Like I've never heard so much like murder music in my life, like and then we have today, like or so much I don't know, like I'm not gonna bash, my own culture, or, my own genre, but like I've never heard so much just pure negativity, not like touch on it, not like we grew up like to hustler music, like persevering music, like coming out of hard times music, like even Bone Thugs, like some of that stuff was real heavy and came
It's
from a dark
hard.
place, but they kind of like they they made you pray about it. They made you pray through it. They made you feel like there was hope at the end. Like they'd speak on it, but it always end on some kind of hopeful message. Like there's so many artists like that we grew up on, like Nas. Like he definitely spoke on the struggles, but he always spoke on the light and like the way out of it.
Yep.
Even like early Jay-Z, before he was like Basquiat Jay-Z, but when he was just coming off the block, like he always spun the dark times on the block, like how to flip your negative hustle into a positive hustle. Like, and then now it just seems like we just glorify murder and thoughtiness and being super thoughts, super thoughts and super murderers, and we're just like stuck there, and nothing else is allowed to be cool but that. And it's like, nah, man, that ain't it.
Yeah, it's like all these young rappers nowadays. They're all dead. They're all dying.
Oh.
They're all getting shot at. I always want to say they all think hip hop is real. I mean, don't get me wrong. The whole NWA thing, what they rapped about and what they said, that was real. That was real life right there. I mean, they were bringing their perspective to music, and that's what they did. But nowadays, I think it was an interview with 6ix9ine that I was watching, and he's pretty much saying, I thought hip hop was real, so I'm out here shooting at people and all this bullshit, and people are getting shot and all this, and now they're ending up in jail. I'm just like, come on, guys, really?
Yeah, you
You're
got
making millions of dollars and you're still on this bullshit.
Yeah, you got to be stupid to think like that. Like, yeah, I remember that interview. He said it like it was some kind of epiphany, and I was like, "How stupid were you?" Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I mean, you're not like an 8-9-year-old kid. If you're an 8-9-year-old kid and like you were 14 and 15 and had that epiphany, it's like, yeah, good. That's what I'm talking about. But he's like, what, close to our age? You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
like in his 30s. It's like, bro, like you're dumb, bro. Like,
Right.
and even if you did think it was real, what was preventing you for thinking for yourself? Like for doing what you knew was right or wrong, or like reckless or not reckless? Like, that's not an excuse, man. Like, think for yourself. Like, but you know what it is? Everyone's afraid of the same reason why a lot of guys, I've always had a 9 to 5. I've always had a 9 to 5. I had multiple hustles, but I've never been without a job since I was 16. And what a lot of people, I'm using this as a total analogy, but like what prevented a lot of people my age, from my generation, from putting on some Foot Locker stripes or like a Whataburger shirt was being called something from the people around them. Like they knew they should, they knew the benefits of it. They knew you could probably make more in a minimum wage job than off the block, unless you were like super plugged up and like super hustler. Yep. But they knew the better route was to get some benefits, was to get a steady check. But it was the criticism that they feared. Everyone's afraid of being like pointed at and laughed, especially in the hood. Like everyone's afraid of that. Like if you dress nice, like if you stop dressing like a G for a day and you go GQ and be like, was your mom dressing you today? Or like, you know what I mean? Who do you think? Or you got a job interview, you know what I mean? And like they'll ridicule something positive like it's negative. Like, this motherfucker got a job. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude don't want to kill nobody. Get a load of this guy. And it's like, what the, it's like, dude, think for yourself. Because if you let people, they'll trick you out of a position. People will trick you out of a good position. You know what I mean? Though, and if you're that easy to fucking push and manipulate. So yeah, 6ix9ine's dumb. Anyone that thinks like that's dumb. Like, yeah, don't be a fool. Stay in school. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Fucking, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you'd have to be like kind of stupid to think that all these rappers are really out here shooting at each other and not one of them are getting arrested. Come on. Yeah. I mean, they're all talking about past things that they went through or haven't went through. But yeah, I saw like an interview with like Tupac and stuff like that too, and like people don't realize that Tupac wasn't Tupac until he played Bishop in Juice.
Yeah,
like Tupac was actually a pretty feminine dude
until that role. Artist of all time, and I agree with you. He's my favorite artist of all time. Like you listen to Tupacalypse now, where it was all like and strictly for my, ends. it was all like empowering his people, fighting back fighting back against the system, degrading a lot of just destructive, not degrading, but uh, objecting a lot of negative behavior that was bringing down the hood. Like he was speaking against it. You know what I mean? And then somewhere along the line, he got influenced. Just like he was a young man, he was a young guy. He died at 25, but just like a lot of us, me included, at some point in my life, especially in my teens and 20s, was influenced by his surroundings, was influenced by the OGs, by people that you think are supposed to put you on game, but they pull you out of a good game, and they pull you into the wrong game. And he was no different. He was susceptible to the same manipulation that we all are, from the world, from the music industry, from the streets. You put that all together, all those forces working against you at once. Yeah, it can happen to anybody. And he learned just like, well, I don't want to get too deep, but just like Malcolm X, like as they were about to change their way of thinking, as they were about to say, you know what, maybe I'm kind of wrong in this point here. Maybe I should change a little bit. Boom, he got taken out. As he was coming to that epiphany, to that realization that, like, yo, maybe this ain't the way. And then boom, we never got to see what the 25 to 35 Tupac would have been. But he was coming out of that. He was realizing what we're talking about now. And then boom, but it was too late. Like his actions already caught up. And that's what I don't want to see happen to a lot of the youth out there. That's why I don't want to happen to me. That's why I don't want to see happen to the next generation. That you realize too late. You realize in the hospital bed with 4 bullets in your spine. You know what I mean? Or worse, like with a life sentence. Like I don't want to see that. So I don't know how much of a dent I'm making. I'm a regional artist. I'm one guy, but if I could throw anything out there in the universe that pulls you in the other direction from what seems to be like where they're trying to pull you now, then I'm gonna fight the good fight.
Yeah. Pick up the mic, not the piece.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right. Get a job. Get a job.
Yep.
Streets is done. You know what I mean? Unless you that guy, streets is done. Get a job.
Right. Yeah. Like I did a little bit of that in my in my younger days. Some stuff I'm not proud of, but I hustled a little bit, and it's right. Like getting a regular job, I was making $11 an hour, and I made more money doing that than I ever did, like just fucking hustling out of my apartment.
Yeah, so, and not a regular job, but legit hustle. You could hustle. You could be an entrepreneur. You can build. You can make your own product, but why does it got to be narcotics? You know what I mean? You could do T-shirts. You could do hats. You could do shit. Weed is legal now. You know what I mean? Get your dispensary license, like, or whatever.
That's expensive.
It is expensive. I don't know. You would know more about that than me. But there's ways. There's so many ways to hustle now. Like if you're going in the streets and you choosing to. You know what I mean? There's so many alternatives now. You got the internet. You could hustle content. Like you got TikTok. You got Facebook pays you. Like there's so many other choices now that you're deliberately jumping into darkness if you don't find another way. There's still environments where there's not much choice, but it's not like the 80s and 90s, 70s, 80s, 90s, crack, heroin epidemic, crack epidemic, you know what I mean? Reagan dropping cocaine on everybody. Like we're in a different time now. So you got options, man. Use your options.
Right. Yeah. Internet has changed. Technology has changed everything pretty much. So yeah, it's crazy. There's so many like other side hustles out there. Like a 9-to-5 is going to become obsolete here pretty soon. And I think in the next 5 to 10 years, if you have a 9-to-5, it's just because you're old. It's pretty much it.
Yeah, like I said, I woke up taking my real estate test for a real estate course because I'm still got a hustler spirit. Like I'm an entrepreneur at heart, and I got kids, so a stable 9-to-5 is something that's needed. Like I can't roll the dice every day with the family. They grew accustomed to a certain lifestyle. They grew accustomed to 5-bedroom homes and 2 stories and the suburbs. So if it was just me, I would thug it out anywhere on someone's couch till my actual dream came true. But I chose to have a family. I chose to fall in love, to procreate, and I'm not going to bring them through. I'm not going to put them through a roller coaster. So I got a 9-to-5, but I use every waking hour when I'm not with them to find a way out of the rat race, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
and to free
Yep,
my
for
girl
sure.
from her 9 to 5 and all that. And then when my kids grow up, I'm gonna teach them the game so they have options and they're not stuck working for the man their whole life. Like,
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Everyone, like, when I talk about my podcast, everyone's like, "You think you're just going to become famous off your podcast?" And like, I don't want to be famous. I just want to make a comfortable living and have something to pass down to my son, so that if he's interested in it, he has actually a starting point that's not from ground zero like I did.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I do. And just talk like thinking about fame. Like, aren't you like when you hear about the all the shit that's going on with Diddy
oh
and and
man,
and that whole web of things and like the
yeah,
from R. Kelly to just like all of the things and the with the Weinstein thing, the all of that like and back then we were wishing when we were kids, we were like wishing to be part of that world so bad. Like
mm-hmm.
when I was 15, 16, 17, I probably would have signed a bad boy deal without even looking at the shit. You know what I mean? Like you mean to tell me I ain't gotta go to work today? Like I don't gotta go to Foot Locker today. Like I could like where's that bad boy contract? And it's like, dude, aren't we
Yep.
glad that we didn't get immersed in that way? We didn't make it when we wanted to make it, right? That like what is fame? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
like
like
these Hollywood circles and these pedo rings and like shit like that. Like, dude, fuck fame. Like
right, exactly. I'm kind of like the same way. It was like, whew, kind of dodge a bullet there, huh?
right.
you know.
Yeah.
So I'll wait till my 40s to get famous. But
Yeah,
fuck, man.
when you know better, right? When you know
Right.
better. I know
Don't
people
go
are
to-
there like, what bullet did you dodge? What did you have on the table? Like I dodged a Sony contract, you know what I mean? I dodged the Universal contract. EMAC had a bad boy contract on the table, like a legit one.
Uh-huh.
An artist development contract. And so yeah, we actually, we could have there's an alternate universe somewhere where we were in that world, but
Yeah.
for different reasons we didn't fall through. So yeah, we did dodge bullets. I'm pretty sure you have similar stories too, or like what
Yep.
looked like a good opportunity at the time. In hindsight, you're like, oh, I'm glad I didn't go down that street.
Yeah, a few of them. Most of them
Yeah.
are women related, but yeah, a few of them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, for sure. But yeah, it was like, have you ever you heard of the artist Hobson?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like how he was like, I guess he was signed to like Ruthless Records too, and like they pulled the same shit that he did with Easy with him, and I was just like, damn, I'm like, how did you're still? I didn't know Ruthless was even around. Like after Bone, I thought that was over with, but apparently they're still around, like jipping people left and right and shit too. I was like,
Man.
damn, I didn't even know Ruthless was even around. Like that is like blew my mind.
Yeah,
like,
I know what you
holy
mean.
shit.
Like I thought it ended with Easy too. That's news to me. I knew Hobson. I mean, I know Hobson, but I didn't know about the Ruthless thing.
Yeah,
That's such like an old industry name, like Ruthless with Jerry and Easy E and like the
Yeah.
NWA bio. Like you think of like the '80s and early '90s with that. Like
Yeah, so I guess apparently, like, because I looked into it, and apparently, so after Easy died, I guess her Tamika is his wife's or girlfriend's name or his baby mama's name or whatever. Got into business with Jerry, and they started signing artists the exact same way, and just pretty much just taking all their fucking money from them. And I guess it's been going on for like since he died. And I was like, holy shit. I mean, because on these like diss records, I'm like, there's a couple of tracks where he's just straight out dissing him and calling him. I'm like, he's naming like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 rappers. There, just like, you guys are all getting fucked. I'm like, he's pretty much pulling the Ice Cube, and I'm just like, damn. I'm like, they're still around doing that
they
shit.
still taking publishing. They still jacking everyone's publishing.
Right? Holy fuck. I'm like,
Crazy.
yep.
Yeah, we don't need that, man.
Read that
Yeah.
fine print, everyone. That's what I said. Record labels are kind of out. I don't know. I think they're going to end up coming back eventually at some point once they get the streaming under control. But from now on, I think streaming is the way to go.
I'm signed to a good deal. Like it's an independent label, 1836,
Right.
but they're a good label, man. It's a small group. It's a small, tight knit group of guys that grew up together.
Right.
It's not like some big corporation. And my contract's pretty favorable. Like my splits it's pretty nice, man. It's not like 1 point, 5 points, not even 10 points. Like it's a nice split. And I was just at some point I was like, do I get 100% of my little tiny ass pie, or do I get my percent, my 30%, which is not bad, of a bigger pie. You know what I mean? And let these guys take the steering wheel on a lot of things that I don't have the time or energy or inclination anymore to do. Like I could 100% steer my career, be the artist, be the CEO, be my manager, my booking agent, but dude, that's tough, especially as you get older, you get kids, you have a job, and you want to do other things. I was like, I'm gonna put a lot of these things in my team's hands, and I'm gonna focus on being an artist.
Right.
And I'll take a smaller portion of a bigger pie instead of 100% of a smaller pie. And so yeah, and this EP is what we're betting on. This EP is what we're putting all the moolah behind, the budget behind, which they have one, man. They're pretty backed group of guys. So
right.
So yeah, I'm lucky to be part of a good team, a set of good guys. You know what I mean? So
Right, exactly. Yeah, coming from someone who is his own CEO, his own creator, his own marketer, his own advertiser, his own booking agent, his own everything. Like, it would be kind of nice to have someone else do that for me. Like, so if 1836 is looking for an official podcast for this record label, you let me know.
I will for sure.
Because that would be dope. But I'm just saying, yeah, coming from like someone who does all that stuff on his own and has a family and has a job, it is a lot of work and it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it's nice to just get the call like, hey, man, you're on the Afro Man tour. You don't got to pay nothing. You don't got to pay to play. Hey, man, there's a show in Beeville. You're opening up for Paul Wall. Like, it's nice to just be like, cool. Like, nice. I'll work on my raps. Like,
right, exactly. Yep, exactly. But yeah, that would be nice. One day, who knows? We'll see.
I'll talk to him about it, man. I'm not shitting you. I'll talk to him about it.
Oh, dude, that'd be fucking dope. Yeah, for real. But so we did have the Super Bowl that was on. You know, I was gonna talk to you about this one, but the Super Bowl was on. Kendrick Lamar pretty much used all 15 minutes of his showtime to diss the shit out of Drake. Like, are you a Drake fan? Like, were you ever a Drake fan, or?
I like Drake with the melodies.
Yeah. Okay.
I like the Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he talks tough, but hey, Controller's my shit. Better Find Your Love. That was my jam. What's the other one? That one he has with Rihanna. Take Care of You. I love all those, man. I love those. I don't like when Drake tries to thug it out too much. It just seems unnatural. I don't like anyone outside their natural element. I guess it would have been like me trying to sing the country hook. Like, people have been like, that's cool. That's cool. You should have let someone else do that, and you do what you do. But I like Drake when he's in his lane. I'm not a hater.
Right.
I wasn't the hugest Kendrick fan either. I like Good Kid, Mac City, but I wasn't like a super fan. I was with the dude that backed out, and I kind of agreed with the sentiment. I'm a J. Cole guy. You know what I mean? Like, I fuck with J. Cole tough. Yeah. And but I do like Not Like Us. Not Like Us was a bop. That shit hit hard. Like, I was like, oh yeah. And it wasn't out of Drake hate. I was like, it's just a good song. You know what I mean?
Like I forget. I think it was Club Chaser or something like that, where he was like talking. They were talking about it, and he goes, "Do you think like Drake's ever just sitting at home, just like vibing out to it?" Because on an interview, he said that he goes, "If it wasn't for the shots fired at me, like it'd be a good vibing song. Like it'd be a good song to vibe to." And then, do you ever think like Drake's like sitting down and just like listen to the song, and then like all of a sudden it slips up A minor, and he's like, "Damn it!" He just gets all pissed off.
I think he does.
I mean, it is catchy. It's catchy. So
I think he's that kind of guy. I think he does.
You think he just vibes out too? It's like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I think he's the kind of guy that gives credit where it's due. And as far as the allegations go, I don't know. I think texting Millie Bobby Brown is kind of weird. I don't want to go too deep into it. I would hate for someone to talk about me without knowing the full story. But I think texting anyone, I wouldn't even say under 18. I say like if you're like 30, texting anyone under like 24 is weird. But I'm not from that world. You know what I mean? I'm not from that world. Maybe it is common for 11-year-olds to text 28, 9, 35, however it was at the time. I don't know.
Right.
But it is leaving you open for some shots. Like,
for sure.
You're trying to get a diss song. You're trying to build a case, like building a case. You're not helping your case. You're giving the jury and the DA, the prosecutors, a lot to work with, and your defense attorney, you're making it real hard for them. Like,
Right.
but it could have just been a text. He clearly could just been on some Big Brother stuff, and he's like, I'm just looking out for this little white girl, and I don't want her to get, taken advantage of in industry. So maybe my musical savvy would help her with Stranger Things. I don't know. I haven't made the connection yet, but
It's definitely weird. It's definitely weird.
weird.
Yeah.
But
It's
to go
definitely
and call someone a straight up PDF file, that's a hard one, man. That's a bold accusation. Like,
Right.
I hope you have some grounds for it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I did like the Super Bowl performance to a certain degree. I do appreciate anyone who performs with no backtrack vocals and goes out there and spits raw like a real musician, because no other genre gets away with that. If we were to hear George Strait get on stage and like sing with his backtrack, he would get booed. If we were to hear Boyz II Men go on stage and sing with their backtrack, they would get booed. But for some reason, we gave hip hop this pass around, like, I don't know, 2010. I mean, somewhere around the 2000s, we gave them the pass. But if you look at Pac's House of Blues performance, you go look at Snoop Dogg's old like Source Award performance, or wherever you ever just watch like the Vivo channel or whatever, and they play music videos, but then they play like old clips like of Lil Kim performing, like they were all rocking no vocals. Like they were all rocking just straight up raps. Like there was no backtrack. And then somewhere along the line it got changed, and then if you spoke out against it, or if you're like, dude, that don't sound good, then you're just called a hater. You know what I mean? But it's like, it doesn't sound good. It makes the artist feel comfortable to have that safety net. But when you play the video back on your phone or like on camera, it doesn't sound good. It doesn't. It's like, it sounds like a bad stack. And musicians know what I mean? Like where you lay the main chorus, I mean the main vocals, and then you do a stack over it. Well, mics are so crispy now, there's less of it. But back when we were recording on ADAT, you would lay a stack to beef up. And if your stack wasn't right, it sounded fucked up. And that's what you sound like when you're performing, because it coming out of the speakers and you spit in real time, there's like a slight delay from like how by the time the audience hears it, and by the time you're saying it, it's always going to be like a half a second off. And so you're not catching the words. You're fuzzing yourself up, like it doesn't sound right on the playback, but you feel comfortable with it. Like you're like, okay, in case I forget my lyrics or in case I run out of breath, this is there. But I'm like, just run out of breath. The beauty's in the imperfection. You know what I mean? Run out of breath, gasp, like skip that word. It's a live performance. People aren't expecting perfection. They're expecting human connection. Like they don't want to just listen to what they could have just listened to on iTunes or YouTube. They want that human connection. They want the gasp of air. They want he said it this way in the song version, but he said it this way live, and it's a once in a lifetime thing. That's the only time we're ever going to hear him say it just like that, with that imperfection. Like that, you can't get that anywhere else. And I think Kendrick did a great job by bringing that part of the culture back. And then my critique was like, I know a lot of old people, so I don't want to sound like an old head or like a boomer, but like I didn't understand a lot of the words that he said. Really? Someone who does it live myself, I'm like, I sound better. I was like, I'm not saying I'm better than Kendrick, but I'm saying my vocals sound better live. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are just saying, like, I can't understand a word he's saying. I'm just like, really? I'm just like vibing out to it. Like, this is dope.
Yeah.
I'm like singing along and shit. And just like, how do you know what he's saying? It's like, I've heard these songs a million times.
Right. If you knew the song, then you understood what he was saying. Like, I knew the words for Not Like Us, so I knew what he was saying. But there was a couple of songs in there. That was the first time I heard him. Like, I haven't heard the full the Morale or the Big Stepper, Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper album. I haven't heard that in its entirety. I haven't even heard GNX is in its entirety. I skimmed through GNX. I've heard a couple of them. Squabble Up is like one that I've heard quite a few times.
Yeah.
But I didn't. So if I knew those songs already, then I would know the words that he said. But just from a first time listener of some of those songs, I was like, I didn't catch that. But that's his flow too. He has a very unique flow. Like his flow is very. You didn't understand all the Bones words either. You had to fucking read them lyric sheets to understand Bone Thugs and Harmonies, or Twisters. We didn't understand Twisters words either. So it's nothing new. I think that's cool sometimes for an artist to be that like that. They make you go dig up the lyrics, and So it's not a knock, but I'm trying not to be like a complete bias either way. I had a major props for it, and I had some critiques as well. But I enjoyed it. Of course, I enjoyed it. You know, it was better album than GNX in my opinion. Which one? The Big Morale? I mean, the Morale and the Stepper, or that one is better than GNX? That's a hot take. That's a hot take. Yeah, I hear the Mr. Morale album get a lot of flack for being boring, but I think that's such a hard thing to say. I think maybe you're just not appreciating things enough when you call it boring. Like, you just gotta appreciate things for what they are sometimes. Yeah, Morale was better. That's a hot take because I gotta go listen to both. I'm gonna give Morale another listen to, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, it was
a good combo.
Yeah, exactly. Tony Two Tokes, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, for
thank
sure.
you for chiming in there, guys. I like my eye in the corner is popping off, but no one's leaving any comments. Leave a comment, people. That's why you're here. That's why you're here, to leave a comment. Join in the conversation. Right.
Yeah, it's not an interview, it's a podcast.
Join in the interview. I think so. GNX has a lot of flossing shit morale and is like deeper. Yeah,
GNX was definitely coming off of like that Drake hate energy still. Like that's kind of, I guess maybe I wasn't too interested in it because I was like, all right, dude, we get it. Like, you hate the guy. Like, right. Like it still had a lot of that energy, and I was like,
right, like he's still beating that horse, but
yeah.
Yep.
Some of those beats were crazy on that GNX though, but it was like it was too much of the same energy. I like a little diversity. I like a little roller coaster. It was like he was just beating the shit out of Drake like the whole album. I was like, all right, forget it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, apparently he wrote that turn your TV off. Apparently he wrote that just for the Super Bowl. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I heard.
That's cool. That's pretty.
Because I've never heard that song before. Yeah. I never heard that song before the Super Bowl.
Crazy.
Yeah,
He's a pretty like a chess player kind of guy with the music game. So I wouldn't doubt it. That's pretty cool.
Right. Yep. Exactly. But but unfortunately we are running out of time. AB, I'm sorry. We do have another video that we're gonna leave the show off with, and it's a Third Coast story, the self-entitled.
The title track.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna leave that off with the.
Yeah, let's do it. That's a good way to sign off. Yeah, I love that record. Yep. I thought it was a perfect intro record. Like, I was like, when I recorded, I was like, oh yeah, this is number 1. And I didn't know that was going to be the name of the whole project until I made that record. I was like, yeah, this is track 1. This is the title track. Yeah, this captures where I'm from perfectly, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a dope track. You guys need to stay tuned to check that out. But if you have anything to promote, any shout-outs you want to give, sir, now's the time to do it, bro.
Dude, right now it's all about a Third Coast story. If you got any digital platform, whatever your poison is, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, go jam that. A Third Coast Story by AB Dvinci. My best work to date. Got some of the illest producers in the city on it. Whatever your platform is, AB Dvinci, or we're alive. It's spelled out. Just type in my name. It's the newest project that comes out. That'll pop up. It just released on the 21st, so it's like 36 hours old, and it's got 6 banging records on there. One of them is bound to make your playlist. A Third Coast Story, man. Y'all go get that. Merch, vinyl's coming soon. We're going all out with it. So yeah, hit him with the title track, man. Hey, Dan Levely, it's always a pleasure being on the show with you, man. It's always good convo, good vibes, man. I fuck with you tough. Thank you, bro.
Always, yeah. You're always welcome back. You know that. All you have to do is like hit me up, and you can come back anytime you want. I always make. I have a certain people that I make room for, and you're one of them. So.
Thank you, bro. Hey, likewise. Certain people I'll make time for. I'll have a packed day, like I told you today, a full day, and I'll still make time to do a podcast with, or just to chop it up with in any sense. And you're one of them, man. You call, I'm answering.
Like, hell yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, everyone, thank you for tuning in and enjoy this track. A Third Coast Story, AB Dvinci. Everyone, we'll see you next. Well, we got to plug next week still. Next week we have Jonesing coming in, or not next week, but March 8th. We're taking next week off. We have on March 8th we have Jonesing coming in to come chop it up from and He's got a lot of tracks in there that I've been listening to throughout the months. Another one of my favorite artists coming in to chop it up with me. So enjoy this track, Third Coast Country, and we'll see you on March 8th. Love you guys. Stay up. Peace.
Yeah. There we go. Let's go. Yo. Da Vinci. Feeling like Pac with the outlaw, squaring up on all my enemies, standing southpaw. Pussy throwing stones when he know he got a glass jaw. Used to get bullied on the block, now we act raw. Bitch, please, coming from the city of the palm trees. You can smell the scent of the murder in the calm breeze. Real shit, not to glorify it, but that's the world I came from. Mama didn't raise a thug, but the city made one. Survived 3 summers in the crooked with the same gun. Youngins don't feel they got a life until they claim one. Never liked blickies, but I had to learn to aim one. Scared to swim with the sharks, then I became one. This ain't nothing but a third coast story. Y'all don't have no pity on me. Nah, man. You heard one, you heard them all before. This just another diary of a G. You know what it is, man. This ain't nothing but a third coast story. Y'all don't have no pity on me. Don't have no pity on me, yeah. Bro. You heard one, you heard them all before. This just another diary of a G. Built for it. Look. Step on the block and the value goes up. I open up shop, not a day that I close up. I only drop raw, I don't fuck with the blow up. Shit popped off, they can say that I froze up. From the concrete, I'm the rose that rose up. Move through the jungle with the stub nose on top. Never had no luck, had a fight for every point. Never got no love, had to smoke 'em on every joint. Get clapped if you fuck with my stacks, you hurt. Colombian neckties for the rats, you hurt. Tech 9s for the 6'9s, I'm 10 toes down, neck deep till I get mine. Let's get it. Believe it, this ain't nothing but a third coast story. Y'all don't have no pity on me. 361. You heard one, you heard them all before. This just another diary of a G. City by the bay, man. This ain't nothing but a third coast story. Y'all don't have no pity on me. Yeah, you heard one, you heard them all before. This just another diary of a G. Look.